Hello, Futties, and welcome back to FUT In Review, powered by Foot Coaching. We are the FIFA Ultimate Team podcast that brings you a podcast a whopping 3 times a week. It is today, February 11th, and we are recording episode 61 from our 4th season, making it a grand total of 382 episodes. Today's show is brought to you by footcoaching.com, so go visit the site and let our coaches help you get better at FIFA. Using our data-driven approach, trained coaches, and of course our software suite Codem, which brings the tools used in major football competitions around the world right into your FIFA experience. So check out footcoaching.com. And of course, last part of our housekeeping, we're now streaming live on twitch.tv/footcoaching every single Monday, Wednesday and Friday, where we record this show and you can actually join in and ask questions. And also, of course, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get a free Prime Twitch sub to give away each and every single month. So if you're not using it, why are you not supporting our channel? You can do this. It is actually free for you, but it does support us. And of course, if you're a really big fan, you can support us through our Patreon, which is patreon.com/FUTINReview. And we got many amazing benefits, including a Valentine extra discount, of course, on the coaching. And you can only join this for about $1 a week. If you're watching the show, I should say, you can see your name in the visual show for starters if you're a supporter. And sometimes even the big supporters get a special shout out every single episode, like our Skybox owners, Amar and Reese. So my name is John, also known as Foot Coaching, and today we'll be talking about content, of course, Future Stars Teams number 2, and the state of our clubs, which is pretty dire if I'm quite honest, and what is up with an unlimited amount of packs from rewards. I am, however, not alone, as you can already see and expect. I am joined by the King of the North, Mr. FIFA Database, the Foot Gaffer himself. It's none other than the myth, the legend. It's Ingve.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello, my friend. Good to have you back on and see you looking very sharp in a very, very nice t-shirt. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing the orange, I think the team of the week kind of EA Sports kit. So I was lucky enough to get a hold of one of those. And thank you, EA, for that.
So we're not sponsored by EA, except Ingve.
Only me. My private sponsor.
Looking sharp, mate. Looking sharp. And it's good to have you on. We got plenty of things to discuss in about the next 45 or 15 minutes. And we're not going to do that with the two of us. We are joined by someone who is, well, taking every blink as a sort of mini nap by now. It's our new father, but we call him the Scout. It's Nathan.
Hello. Thank you for having me back on. It's really good to be here, and it's quite nice to have a little break, actually.
I can imagine so. So you were able to get away for a moment, or were you allowed, or are you now?
I was allowed. I had to ask the wife permission, see if she'd be okay on her own. So I made her dinner and then said I'm going to come and do the podcast. So she's inside just now, and I'm out in my newly converted garage office space thing, so I can do that. So get an hour piece.
Ah, brilliant! It's good to have you on, mate. If you need a mini nap, just leave us know, because we'll just ask Ingve to dive a little bit deeper into the content.
I'll just pick the table up and it's fine.
I can say you can get used to it, but quite honestly, you won't. What do we want to discuss first, Ingve? Do we want to go into the team? Do we want to talk about content, or shall we start this episode with controversy instead of ending it that way?
I can do quickly the SBCs, and then we can do the controversy, and then take the objectives, and then the team, to just mix it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I'm all fine with it.
Yeah, we got a new SBC today, Future Stars Challenge 6 with a token in it, so that's worth doing if you want to redeem some nice stuff. We got a Talent Scout winner vote that was on Twitter, and you can do the SBC with the leveling, the right winger from Greater Perth or something in the Bundesliga, right winger. 87 rated, medium work rates.
That's the song. I don't know the club, right? But What's up with that logo? They're missing a leaf.
Yeah, maybe not so lucky. But the card is okay, but I think it's 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot, so and medium work rate. So I don't think it's worth doing. At least it's around 160k or something to do from scratch. So I think that's a little bit too much as well for that card. And then we got the Guerrilla FC set, a kit and some tifo and stadium themes, etc. Can't see the kit in game, so I don't know how it looks.
Can't see it on
but
the
if,
app either, so
yeah,
we'll
we'll
never find out.
see
And
in
we're
a
not
day
gonna
or
do
so.
it.
I might do it if I have some spare silver or bronzes I can use. So that's pretty much the SBCs we got for today, actually.
Not too much for Friday though, right?
No, but well, there's a player at least, and there's an SBC for the token as well as a rare gold pack and tradable as well. So that's one at least. But I think most people are a little bit eager to see what they can do with the tokens they've been collecting for a week now as well. So
well, I've not, but
yeah,
I've
so we'll
actually
dive
managed
into
to get
that.
6, but I don't know where I did it from because I'm pretty sure I didn't do any SBCs or bought packs, or maybe I did loan Maldini. So, but I still got 6. So I did a makeup pack. Well, was not a very good idea, but hey, it's a free makeup pack, so I actually can't complain, I guess.
You can get an ultimate pack for 5 tokens, so it's not the worst.
Think that the ultimate pack, yes, not a makeup pack. I think I did one from 5, so that would be the ultimate. My best card was an 84, so
84, yeah.
Yeah. It says a minimum of 84, I think.
Okay,
no, it says a minimum of 84, but for me, that's usually is maximum.
Yeah, those are a little bit hit and run.
I think everyone
usually.
in chat agrees with you, Ingve, that the SBC player is pretty disappointing. Chat says it as well.
Yeah. I was expecting more, to be honest. They could have juiced up the things a little bit more to make him more attractive, I guess.
It's weird, right? So like last Friday, we couldn't even get to all the content because it was so much to get through. And then this week, like, oh, we got 2 SBCs and a pack. That's it.
There are some objectives we're going to discuss afterwards, but if you want to talk about the interesting stuff that happened yesterday, maybe I think people might want to hear a little bit about that as well.
Oh, yes. Nathan looks eager to talk about this one. Nate, what's going on?
There obviously was a glitch where people could effectively claim unlimited rewards from yesterday's rewards. So there was a big controversy about whether EA should punish these people, how it's actually been allowed to happen. It's adding to an ever-growing list, unfortunately, of issues, I think is the way to put it. So there was people sort of advertising the fact that they'd done hundreds and hundreds of packs, ended up doing all the SBCs, all the icons, all the icon packs, everything, and making millions of coins. EA released a statement saying that they were investigating it. So they froze other people's rewards until this had been fixed. And that pretty much seems to be it, to be honest. There's been no repercussions for those that have done it. There's a lot of chat about whether that's the right thing to do or not. But yeah, it seems to be up in the air, and everyone's obviously got their own opinion. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think is the right thing and what EA could or should have done.
Let's ask Ingve though, because Ingve, you figured this out pretty early that this was going on yesterday morning. I sort of gleamed over it, like, what? Yeah, okay, mate, but it can't be, right?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised because I kind of didn't believe it. So yeah, was a little bit shocked. I kind of thought that if this was actually something that happened, that it would be stopped quite quickly. So the people that had the advantage would not be able to continue to get loads and loads and loads and loads of red picks, and if they were in elite or 100k packs, and yeah, I've heard people get up to 1,000 packs and stuff like that, and be able to do lots of SBCs and coins enough to buy crazy players as well. So yeah, I was a little bit kind of in shock that it was going on for
we
so
all
long.
still are, I think. But how did it actually go? Because it's not that everyone that opened his rewards got free packs or something like that, right?
No, there were a few people. I think it was Xbox only, from what at least that's what I've heard. I haven't seen anyone on PlayStation get it, but you never know. If you opened your rewards on the companion app and then chose, I think it was the third option, because that was where the most coins were. So and if they kept refreshing the app a few times, then the rewards popped up again, and well, they could do it for quite a while, it seems, since if they got up to 1,000 packs and around everything from 5 to around 10 million coins by doing it. So from what I've seen on Reddit and Twitter and stuff, that's well, they were quite busy, I think, trying to see how long this would be going on. So well, EA came out with communication that they were looking into this and had stopped the rewards from being granted. So and it took a few hours before they came back for the ones that hadn't done them. But I don't think they have made any. Well, they haven't decided what they're gonna do with those people. Maybe they're just trying to figure out who did it and how much did they do the exploit, and gonna do some kind of punishment out of if they did it a few times or very many times. So
This is a weird one for me personally.
yeah,
Not because I got influenced by it or anything like that, right? And usually, I mean, it sucks when you see other people get thousands and thousands of packs. The guy we were talking about was on the EA forums and actually say, okay, now I did this icon. Oh, and I got this icon. Oh, I bought this play. And he kept going all day, right? Which is like, oh, that's weird. But Andy in chat says, is it really the player's fault, right? It's like walking past an ATM spitting out unlimited cash. Would you not grab it? Yeah.
Like, so I'm kind of in two minds, in all honesty. Like, I think I'd probably be a bit too scared to try it in case you do get kicked off.
That's me as well, by the way. I'm definitely in that boat.
You're saying, John, that it was in the T's and C's, basically, that you don't exploit things like these. So I know nobody ever reads the T's and C's, and I had to ask you because I had no idea. So theoretically, if it's in there, these guys, I'd kind of like to see clubs reset, as harsh as it sounds, but that way this sort of thing wouldn't happen again. But the other part of me goes, actually, if it's there, like EA have kind of made the mistake to allow it to be exploited. So why not? So I can, like, 1 minute I think one way, next minute the other. Really can't decide which is the way that I would do. I was PlayStation. I'd already opened mine as soon as they came, so I had no chance of doing it anyway. But I I do kind of think that a strong approach could be interesting. Between this and the no loss glitch that we've had recently in Weekend League and stuff like that. Something really hard to kind of say, no, you're not getting away with this anymore.
Ingve, what's your thought on the matter? Should people be punished for exploiting this, or is it okay because, well, it's not their mistake?
I think if you do it by mistake and 2-3 times, okay, then fair enough, just keep the thing. But if you do it and get over a certain amount, and you really do what you can to be able to exploit the system as much as possible, then at least you should get some kind of ban, I think. If they could reset the clubs back to before the rewards, that of course could be a way to do it, and maybe a week ban or something like that. That would be kind of, well, not too harsh. At least they wouldn't lose their coins or players and stuff that I had before, but they would still get the feeling, okay, I did something wrong and I got a fair punishment at least. So it's
a hard one,
difficult.
right?
Yeah, it's very hard to decide because there's probably people, some have done it a few times, some have done it maybe 2,000 packs, I don't know. And
it's like if I put the candy in the bottom drawer and I leave the drawer open and my kids eat all the candy. I know they shouldn't be eating all the candy, right?
Yeah.
But I should always say to myself as well, okay, I did allow this to happen, and I can't like actually let them spit out the candy anymore. So maybe we should have a chat, apologize, I'll apologize and go forward. It's a weird situation. It's I think resetting the club would be nice if they were able to, but I'm afraid they can't, because else the guys that got hacked a while ago would be able to far more easily get their clubs back, right? So I doubt that that's actually an option, because resetting and then say, hey, this means you can't do stuff like this, and also, hey, we messed up, so we won't punish you actually from here forward, right? I think that would be the best solution. But we also don't know how many people actually got involved. And it's like the last time when we spoke about, hey, these hacks going on, we see many hacks. And in reality, there were 50 hacks, right?
Yeah, that's also...
If there's 50 players getting 10 million now, how big is the chance that influences anyone else?
I think the issue comes down to the fact that it's one of a number of flaws that can be exploited, and in all honesty, mistakes from EA along the way. I think that's where people that haven't really been overly involved do get annoyed, because it's a multi-billion-pound company that make things like this quite easy for certain people. And one of the things is obviously the power curve's moved on since Team of the Year. Some expensive players, and now people have suddenly got 10 million coins extra, which they can go and the gap, the team gap is going to be sort of greater for those that got involved.
I think Andy in chat has hits the nail on the head, right? He says EA's lack of consistency of the issues like this is actually the biggest issue, right? Yeah. There is no precedent set. And I think that goes for every penalty, every game, every sport, for all we know. And we're still talking about WWE and Formula 1, right? It's been 3 months now. And the fact that every race is a different thing, every penalty, every mistake gets punished differently. The fact that that isn't part of the team of service, is just say, you can't do this, and we have the right to do certain things like ban you or get your account off and stuff like that. But it's not that it's how this type of offense is a three-day ban. If we make a mistake, everyone gets a card, a player pick, and the one who did exploit it get no player pick and a ban, whatever. But there's no consistency and there's no rules in there, which means they either should try to make up for this. But I think in the basic, the most important thing is that they be transparent about this. What happened? How could that happen? How many people did exploit it, and how are they going to make up for it? I mean, you can't ever do this right? That's usually the thing with a mistake. But I always say, whenever someone makes a mistake, first thing you got to do is say, hey, I'm sorry, you made a mistake. This is what happened. And then build from there, right?
Yeah. Instead, we got a wishy-washy. There's been an issue sort of release, and then the next release is issues resolved. People can access the facts. There's not been anything else. There may well be something further coming down the line, but as we stand at 7:30 UK time, there's not been any sort of great detail, so you don't know what's happening really. So that's the frustrating bit, I think.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not. I think the worst thing is that you don't know if something like this happens. You damn well know that you can't do it. You shouldn't do it. But if it stays unpunished, why not try it every time?
Yeah.
That's the same with the no loss glitch where we discussed Monday's show, right? Where people were just, hey, I play 90 games. You can definitely see on us when the season starts on Thursday, and people on Saturday got 90 games in without finishing those matches. If I go to the quality, like the internet reports, I can see if I finished that match or not, right? It just states there that the match has not ended. It should be easy as pie to see, hey, which players did 90 matches, haven't completed 80% of it, at least. You get a ban because you're exploiting the system. That shouldn't be too hard. I think that one goes for this as well. You should be able to see the numbers and say, okay, you know what? You did it twice. An hour later, you did it 70 times. You definitely knew what you're doing wasn't good. But is it that amount of players and is it worth actually doing it? That's the thing, right? Nathan might have dropped off. Ingve, any other thoughts on it? It's a hard one. What would you be most happy about?
Well, the best thing would be if they could reset the clubs back to before the rewards, give them maybe a transfer ban for a week or something, and give a free pack to the ones that didn't exploit it, saying thank you for being an honest player, and then keep up the good work. And just say that this was because of a bug in the system that made it possible for the app to send some wrong kind of command that made this happen. And we're sorry, but this has been fixed. It's not going to happen again. And sorry for the inconvenience. At least you knew what was going on, what happened, and that something was done by it. And then that you get punished if you do something wrong, and you get rewarded if you're doing the right thing as well.
Yeah. The worst thing is that I don't think it actually has been acknowledged thus far that this was actually happening. They said there's an issue with rewards, so we deactivated rewards and we activated it. But nothing was said about what the actual... We know what it was, right? Because we saw it happen.
Yeah.
But there was no statement about what actually happened. So my thought is as well, if it's just concerns a little bit of a couple of players, isn't the best thing for EA just to shut up now?
Well, at least communicate something.
Well,
just say that
there's an issue with the rewards.
There was a bug in that made it possible for a few users to redeem a certain amount of kind of unlimited rewards, and that has been fixed, and the appropriate action has been taken, or something like that, at least. So
yeah.
And you don't go too deep into what happened and what they've done, but at least that you know that something has been done trying to fix the things, though. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely difficult. See. The thing is, though, I do feel a bit about some of these. Can you imagine being an EA employee, nothing to do with this, right? And every Monday, every day when you wake up, like this week, it's been insane, right? Then it's like, oh, here we go again. How do we fix this one?
Yeah. Well, it's keeping them on their toes at least. So.
Yeah, that's true. And us. I mean,
yep, we got stuff to talk about as well, which is
exactly
interesting, I guess. At least for me, it's interesting. It's so many strange things that can happen, so you never know.
And I think it's also a bit more sensitive because it can involve you can involve real money into all of this, right? So which makes it I definitely it'll make it difficult as well. Yeah, at least sensitive, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, you're back, mate.
I'm back, but I think my camera's just dropped off, which is annoying. I'm having a total technical nightmare, so I'll need to send another link for my camera.
All right, whenever so once we start discussing the theme, you send me another link, and all on the fly we'll get it back working again.
Perfect.
Ingve, but you want to discuss the objectives first, is my guess.
Yeah, I think people that started the game or app or something, they got a pop-up saying something about two players, Guri and Chukwueze, one from Liga and one from La Liga. There are objectives under milestones. There are 4 on each. The one for the La Liga one is called the Live Foot Friendly La Liga Lights, and the other one is called the Live Foot Friendly Liga Liaisons. So you need to have 18 players from that league. So you need to have subs and starters all from that league, one league only, and you have one loan card and at least 5 first players, to be able to do this objective where you can unlock a player from Liga and one from La Liga. And the message that popped up basically says that if you're doing the objectives for the Liga player, you will only face players doing the La Liga objective. If you're playing with the La Liga team and trying to do that, you can only face players doing the Liga objectives. So that's an interesting take on doing those objectives, and there's just standard score some goals outside the box and assists and win 4 matches and score in 10 separate matches. So it's nothing like crazy difficult to do. And the cards looks quite good actually. I think at least for me, I think it's worth trying to unlock them. The Chukwueze from La Liga is 88 rated right midfielder, 4-star skill with 4-star weak foot, high-low work rates, which is cool, average body type, very solid stats all over. So that's a nice card. And I mean, Guri from Liga, he's a striker. He used to be a left midfielder, and his inform 82 rated, and his base card, the non-rare, is a striker as well. He now has 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high medium work rates, and average body type on him as well. And the stats on that card is quite interesting actually. Looks like a very solid card. He can also play wide, depending on if you throw an engine on him. I think he should be a 92 rated wide player with 95 crossing and 90 vision and 97 curve. So
high medium, pretty decent actually.
Yeah. So he can play wide and he can play striker. If you throw a hawk on him, then he's a striker with 98 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, 98 positioning, 98 finishing, 99 shot power, 99 long shots, 93 penalties, 92 jumping, 88 strength, and 90 aggression with 87 composure, so he can play striker as well. So I think that's for that, doesn't look that hard to unlock if you have the time to do it. You have 21 days or something to do it. So looks like a good card. You can use him in objectives. You can probably use him in your main team as well if you're not stacked with coins, etc. And at worst, you have an 88 rated, very linkable folder card as well. So in a good league, both of them. So I like that one. Very interesting.
Gonna
and you
do
get
them?
some packs as well. I'll probably do both. You get packs on the way as well and XP, so for the season progress. So that's cool.
Hardly find time to do stuff like this, but they do look pretty awesome. I do like the mode though. The change to you always play the other ones, right? Which means if they do this by the next icon swap, for example, and use this mode, that means that if you are with your Premier League and need to have 5 passes or whatever, your opponent's on a different thing, which makes it much more interesting, I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they did it.
Sorry, Ingve.
No, just go, Nathan.
It makes it a bit harder to try and be one of the nice people in the community, though. If you haven't brushed up on what the requirements and the other player is, if they're different, even in icon swaps and stuff, then it makes it a bit harder to if one's got score long shots and the other's got crosses or whatever, you can't quite just pull people out of position or whatnot quite as easy to see what they need and hope that they'll reciprocate to make it a bit easier.
Yeah, but if they fit it, that might be the other way around, right? So, for example, if one of them has conceded 0 goals in the whole match, and the other one has scored 5 goals, or whatever, or 1 goal, or you can make objectives which really make it really exciting to play. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It could make people actually play games as well, because you know yourself. Even if you're doing sort of the silver lounge and it's score 8 goals or something, but you only need to win 3. People do golden goals, so instead of getting 3 or 4 games to unlock the token or the player or whatnot, you're having to play 8 games to score 8 goals or whatever it may be, because everyone quits at 1-0. So it might make things a bit better that way. I quite like playing on if you can.
Yeah, that's true.
Thoughts from your side, Ingve, about the mode? The players you are very fan of, that's clear. I think we all are, by the way, right? But it's
it's going to be nice, because at least if you're doing the Liga, you won't face the Team of the Year lone Mbappe every match. But of course, when you do the La Liga one, you'll face them every match. But at least you'll have some a little bit different than your own team. So it's interesting. I think it's it's a cool thing. Could be fun.
So really easy
Hopefully.
objectives, right? As well.
Yeah, it's not difficult at all. So well, maybe the outside of the box if people yeah, but I don't. Those are not the worst for me, at least. I usually score outside the box. So that's
I think I don't. I have heard many people say this week it's hard to score outside the box, but really I have not. I am green timing, right? Green time finessing. I've been posting that on the Discord as well.
Yeah.
It's actually I think that's pretty fair on. Win 4 matches, well, great. Scoring 10 separate matches, so easy. Assist 3 goals. Well, if you're gonna score, you probably assist 3 goals as well. So it looks like if people do quit, half an hour, 45 minutes of work. Actually, this is what I might actually be doing.
Yeah, there you go.
Which says something, right?
Yeah, it's a win-win. So that's I like it. I like it. So yeah, that's cool for me at least. So changes things a little bit.
I think everyone can agree that this is a pretty cool setup.
Yeah.
Good mode, good players, easy objectives. Well, what's wrong, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So what else did we got?
We finally got the tokens, SPCs, where you can use the Future Stars token you've been collecting for a week now. The swaps have arrived. They are under the swaps under squad battles. Yeah, that's the squad building squad building challenges, SPCs. So then you'll see how many token needed for each thing as well. The highest one is, of course, if you're gonna go with the player pick, which is something I don't think I would do because my luck with player picks are not so good. Then you need 25 tokens to be able to get a Future Stars Team 1 player pick, and it's out of 3 players. So that's...
Did you already get a Future Star card? Did you pack one?
Yeah, I packed one, actually, from the party bag. I packed Cunha from La Liga.
That ain't
Quite
too
good
bad,
card.
though.
No, that's quite a good card. So 25 tokens for the player pick. I don't think I dare to do that. And then you have the 20 tokens for the Conor Gallagher card, which didn't look so cool if you looked at his base card, because that had like 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and medium. But EA changed some stuff up here, and he now has at least 4-star weak foot. He has 3-star skill moves. He has high work rates. And he's in the good old Gullit gang now as well, with very solid stats all over. So that's it's a little bit tempted to get the card, because at least I know what I get.
But is it gonna make your team, though?
That's what I need to check, if he's gonna be kind of racing my team's
I agree, he looks
performance.
alright, but he doesn't look actually like better than... I know he's faster than Wijnaldum, but for the rest he's almost identical, actually. Yeah. And that card's
so
been out for
that's
4 months, so...
That's also a very good point, of course. And then you have the next player. There's a Future Stars Frimpong. His best card, he has 2 cards that you can get, and that's for 12 tokens. That's for the 8 rated right back version. He has one for, I think it's around 8 tokens. Then you get his 86 rated right midfielder card, so that's a different position as well. So that's a little bit cool, 2 different positions as well. And the card, of course, looks like a really good right back for the 12 token 88 rated right back with high work rates. It looks like a really good card. Of course, he's from Holland, so you can do hybrids with him as well. So
best right back in the Bundesliga.
Probably. And then you have the right midfielder version for 8 token, has 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high medium work rates. And well, he looks better at least than the SPC we got from the talent scout thing today, I think. So that's also an interesting option if you have 8 spear and don't know what you want to do with it. You can also get him, but I don't think too many gonna get the card, but it's It's okayish for 8 tokens, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we have probably the most popular one will be 15 tokens for an 85 rated times 10 pack. I think that's going to be one of the most popular one if they don't go for a player. And you also have a Future Stars Team 1 pack, so kind of party pack for Future Stars for 12 tokens. That's a big risk as well, I think. At least if you have a few untradables, I wouldn't do that one at least.
There's one player in that pack?
Yeah, only one player. So it's kind of Future Stars Team 1 party bag, so you can get anyone. So if you have a few untradable from that team already, then I wouldn't do this one.
I have packed 3 Gapkos.
Yeah, you probably
and
get
I've
him
packed
then.
3 Botmans.
Yeah, so one of
Just
those
from
is going to be in
the
your...
player picks and etc. this week.
Yeah. And we have for 3 tokens, we have 81 to 89 times 10 pack. And we have an ultimate pack for 5 tokens, and we have a rare player pack for 2 tokens. That's a 50k pack with 12 players in it. So there are some options. So if you've done every token so far, you can get some nice, interesting stuff.
Except the pick yet, I think. But for the rest, you can do. Yeah, like I said, everyone knows by now I really can't be bothered. So I had 6 tokens apparently in my club for some reason. I did the ultimate pack. Got nothing, but hey,
Yeah,
free
it's a
ultimate
gamble,
pack,
of
so
course.
we'll see. I'm inclined now to do one more to get the rare players pack, right? There's one in store now, Ingve.
Yeah, there is one for a 25k pack in the store, which has a token, and you get a lone player as well from any of the teams, I think.
Yeah, I distinctly remember myself saying this Monday, what's next? They're gonna put it into a token in the store?
Yeah, so that happened as well, but I think that happened on a different.
Yeah,
That
happened on the,
before. Yeah, happened before as well. So
Still
it's not
don't
a
like it.
surprise.
Still really don't like this.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but if you don't need, there's still tokens to get, so you don't really need to do that one. So
Yeah,
that's
fair, of
one thing.
course. But still. For me, it
There's
might be just do that one, get the second token, do rare place pack. Maybe I'm lucky. But on the other side, I'm also like, you know what? We'll see what happens. You haven't decided yet yourself, Ingve?
No, I was thinking about the Conor Gallagher, but then I don't know, because I would have to change the team, and then that's not a good thing. And then I was thinking about the 85 times 10, because that I remember all the fun we had last year in the end of FIFA 21.
That
Opening
was
those
during
packs.
Team of the Year, though.
Yeah, but it was
Team of Season, sorry. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, in the summer. It was so fun. But I've seen some mixed results from those. Some really good ones, and I've seen some really horrible ones. So I'm like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? So I can't decide at the moment. I need to see reviews of Conor Gallagher, I think, and
I
see
don't
if
think Gallagher is quite honestly good enough to stay in your team too long.
No.
Chad says, Spyman says, would you do the gamble over? Would do the gamble over him because you wouldn't miss him realistically. I think that's it, right? If you don't do him, will you miss him?
True.
I doubt it.
That's true.
89
rated fodder though.
Yeah, but then get the 85 plus pack, and you'll probably get an 89 in there or something as well, right? So
yeah, that's also a chance, unless you get one of the bad ones. I've seen someone get, I think, 8 85 cards and 286, so you never know. Anything
I
can
did
happen.
An ultimate pack, and best was 184 just now. So
Yep.
Yeah, you never know in this situation. It's always a gamble until you play that. I think if you don't have any Future Stars pack, that's why I asked, right? If you don't have any on the team one, that might be a good thing to just go for the player pick, because there are some seriously good players in there.
That's true.
If not, then just take a pack and gamble. I
hope
wouldn't
for
do
the
the
best.
midfielder card.
Yeah.
Like there's Milenkovic-Savic, for example, the Wilmot wild card, way better card than this one.
good point.
And there's more cards similar like that. There's also Barella, not often used, seriously good. But next to
really
these stats, right, the headliner one, I think it's better than this one. So I wouldn't be too bothered. And then if you have any one of the team of the season, those are always better than these ones. So grinding this for 3 weeks and then getting a card which you'll be putting into an SPC in 2 weeks wouldn't be my preference. But if you're listening to the show and you are very much not on the same page, then let us know. I think that's always a good thing to do. Nate, you already decided for yourself what you're going to do?
Yeah, I think I've missed a couple of tokens along the way. I've got a few to finish off with the sort of silver stars and that, but I'll be taking the 85 pack and then whatever else I can muster together after that. I think I'm on 13 tokens just now, so I'll take the 85 times 10 and then probably either the 81 to 89 or the ultimate pack. Probably the ultimate pack, to be fair. I've got one future star player from Team 1. So, and that's the only one that I really wanted. So I'm not too fussed about anyone else from that side, to be honest.
Fair. Ingve.
Yeah.
We have a couple of minutes to talk about the team, though.
Yes, we do, which is nice. There is one card I just want to mention because we got the Future Stars Daka and he has an 87 rated Winter Wildcard already. Which was a little bit strange that he didn't get a bigger boost, but at least he got his Winter Wildcard has 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and medium work rates. And the Future Star one, he has 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and medium work rate. So, well, he got an upgrade for the skill moves, but I still think should have done more with it. So I don't know why even bother having him in the team. So that's a little bit disappointing. But of course, there are some nice cards like the Pedri card that's extinct at 1.5 millions with 5-star skill with 4-star weak foot. Looks quite crazy, that card. High work rate, slim body type. I think he should last well past the team of the season as well, probably. Of course, with the good links to the Future Stars Team 1 Ferran Torres as well. Perfect link there. Easy to link. The stats are crazy good on that card. So that's the one that caught my eye. I was hoping the Ajax player would have different work rate, and he didn't. So I have the Road to the Knockouts card already, so I don't think I'll even bother going with trying to go for that card. So that's a little bit disappointing. And there is a he's probably not a hidden gem, but I think it's a bargain. That's the Raspadori card. I think he looks really cool. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, high-low work rates, average body type. So he looks like great value, at least.
I agree. I definitely. There's 2 cards which are my picks here, right? One of them was Raspadori.
Yeah.
Like I said, 5-star weak foot. I'm a fan now. So that would be one that's going to be. He's already 75, 80k, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm using the David card now, right? David is now 30k, I just saw, which is mental.
Crazy for that card.
So just get that card. I am disappointed there's no goalkeepers here.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, no goalkeeper still. I would have loved that. Also because then probably we have a final card, right? Justin Bijlo. Could have got a future star. I'm not disappointed by Gravenberg not changing his work rates. So bad, but hey, it happens. But anyway, what about Ibanez?
Ibanez is kind of under the radar as well. I was gonna mention him as well.
I know, but I want the scoop.
Yeah, because he has the right work rates, the right, I think, body type for a center back as well. Looks like a really good card, really. Not super long passing, but you don't need that for a center back either. So it's a very good center back for a crazy cheap amount of coins, and of course he plays in Serie A and is from Brazil, so easy to link. So I would say that's also a kind of hidden gem in this team, I think.
They're like reasonable tall. When Shadow is 98, 96, right, on the pace.
Yeah.
98 interception, 93 is defensive awareness, 97 sliding, standing tackle, and 99 is sliding tackle.
Yeah.
They're pretty fast, pretty good, pretty strong. Well, like you said, the body type is is actually really cool, right? I don't know. This one is this was first one I was noticing. Like, oh, actually, get this guy in. It's not such a bad card. And if he takes a week, he's probably 50k or something, I think.
Yeah.
Serie A is really good and actually very much on the use, I think. People don't even mention it, but
That's true. Of course, the Lacroix card, of course, the center back in Bundesliga is quite good as well, with 6'3" and medium attacking, high defensive work rate as well, high on average, 91 composure as well, with good agility, balance, and good passing, good strength, good everything pretty much for a center back. Of course, expensive though.
I would say he's already 1.3 on the PlayStation, so that's hefty for a centre back when you've still got the likes of Varane and stuff that you can do.
Yeah, so it's a kind of luxury player though, but it's a good card at least. So that's but also the Wirtz, Mr. Florian Wirtz, Future Stars card is also quite interesting, I think.
he's extinct on PlayStation.
Yeah, he has a max limit of 750k. He's 710 on Xbox at the moment. 4-star gamers, 4-star weak foot, high medium, high attacking, medium defensive work rates, average body type as well, 91 composure, for example, 96 agility, 92 balance, great pace, very good shooting and passing, etc. Not the strongest, of course, but it's a really good cam card at least, and you can use him wide as well. Outside of the foot shot trait as well as flare. So you can throw an engine on him and he's going to be really good wide, I think, with 97 crossing, 99 vision, 99 curve, 99 short passing, 93 long passing, 99 agility, 99 balance, 99 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 99 dribbling, 96 stamina. So he's like a 95 rated right midfielder or right winger. So that's a really good card, I think.
For sure. Nate, any cards specifically stand out for you here?
None that we haven't spoken about. I still quite like if Daka was a medium high or high medium, sorry, high attacking, I would have quite liked Daka because he's been quite a pain to face for his other card. But there's the likes of Pedri and Lacroix that if you got, they would be phenomenal. But at the same time, they wouldn't fit my team. I'm not going to go out and spend millions of coins on them. Is it Kakare, the centre defensive mid from Lyon? He looks a solid. If you play like a stay back CDM, he looks pretty solid. He would fit my team, but again, I'm not going to go and spend 180,000 coins on him. So there's not really anyone in Team 2 that I'm like, I must go and get.
Ingve, which one is a must go and get from you?
Well, if I had more coins, I would say the Pedri card is a card that I would get and build around. I have a few quite good usable La Liga players already. So I would build around him and then maybe save up for the Future Stars Ferran Torres card as well and build around those two. I think those both look really good. If I'm more on a budget, I would probably just, if I couldn't afford, I would just go for the Raspadori card and try to build him into a team. It looks really fun.
I definitely agree. I might consider doing getting Ibanez. Also because I'm now lacking a bit of a center defender. I'm using Gomez now, the fire one, which is reasonable actually. Pretty nice, actually pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure this would be an improvement. I'm thinking about it.
It's not easy.
And that's the thing, right? I think we're once again in that stage where all cards now are good, not on team of the season level or team of the year level. They're just below there or far below there. Anything works. Nothing would really hurt, but there are a few cards that actually make you build around them. And Taurus, the Pedri card might be the only one in this team. Like even if you pick Lacroix, you're not gonna build him around him, right? And he's French, so you'll probably fit him in anyway, somewhere. But definitely cool team. I'm positively surprised by the strength of this team, I think.
Yeah, they're very good cheap players you can get as well. So
and of course, for all US listeners, Adams, terrific card. Go get him. I wouldn't do him 3-star, but hey, we like the Americans fans, and you keep us supporting us well. So I'm glad there's a future star card there. But without the weak foot chains, it's a bit of a letdown, though, right?
Solid card, but could have gotten a 4-star weak foot. That would help him a lot. I think made him more attractive.
I also feel sorry for cards that get a special card and then their only trait is injury prone. feels like me, right? Like, yay, that's your trait. We could have slapped anything else on you, even technical dribbler, flair, leader. No, we're just gonna make him injury prone. Not that actually does anything by FIFA, but
there is a trait called solid player. At least I could have given him that.
Exactly, right? Give him anything, except it doesn't do anything. You can't really get injured. So why would you?
Well, you can get injuries, but doesn't happen.
I've not had a single injury in foot this year, which made me had to substitute the player.
I've had 3 in a week, but I think that's in objectives modes, not in rivals.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I don't play those ones.
That's why you don't notice.
So for me, it's like injury prone. Yeah.
Who
cares, right? I just feel sorry for the guy. Give him a 3-star, and then say, okay, you're also injury prone, but hey, congrats with your special card, mate.
One skill move and you pull the hammy and you're out.
Exactly. That's why I say he sort of looks like me in real life.
It's not
Once easy. In the move and you're done. What's also done is my club, but unfortunately we are running out of time, so we can't really discuss that into depth. But I can give you a little bit of a statement. I have 20k left. I have an empty transfer list. I got no gold players left except the cards I got yesterday from my rewards. And I think I got an addiction for player picks these days. So take that into account whenever you're doing SBC this week.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't do any tokens. So.
Now you can.
Now I can. Yesterday I did do 2 player picks. You know what the first card was, which I got?
Botman?
No, Gapko.
Close enough.
So like, oh yeah, sure, okay. Which, quite honestly, he is a pretty cool card. But once you see him 4 times a week in picks, it's like...
Yeah, it's getting a little bit tiring, like the Mendy and David card.
But yes, although really I wouldn't mind the Mendy. Still haven't seen him yet. But David was one of those cards as well. Everyone got him. And I got him, really I was like, yes, he's really good. And now he's 30k. And he's still good, but still, it does bring the flair a bit down.
It's good to have him untradeable, so you don't have to worry about losing coins on it, at least.
That's fair, of course, but that goes for every player in my team. Ingve, weekend plans for you? Playing FIFA, weekend league, objectives, just chilling?
Chilling with objectives, I think. I'll do the 2 the La Liga player and Liga, I think. Just concentrate on that, and then hopefully be quickly done, and then do rivals. I'm not going to bother with weekend league with the team of the week that's out now. I don't think it's worth it at all. If I was good enough to get the rank...
Well, you say that, rank, but maybe next week you get unlimited rewards. So even bet informs do stack, right? So
yeah, I'm not going to go for that one. So I'll skip. I think I don't want to lose the players I have now in my club. So I'm quite happy with what I got and the coin balance. Something to build on at least.
That's definitely fair. Nathan, weekend plans, mate?
If I have time, I'll probably just be chilling with the objectives. I need to get my silver stars done. I've got the silver beast to do, and that year in review. I think I'm about 40 games into year in review, so I've got 35 games to go in the next 2 weeks. So Probably just be doing that on remote play while the wife hogs the TV. And I tried playing Rivals yesterday, and the baby started crying. So that wasn't the most fun experience trying to juggle a crying baby and Rivals. So I'm still not far on with that just now.
I get that. Right? Been there, done that. I am not gonna play Rivals, or I'm not gonna play Weekly. I'm gonna play some Rivals. But that's about it. I think Rivals. No, I'm not gonna play like Ingve says. The rewards really unworthy, so I'd probably be better off playing those things. There are some details being released as we speak at the end of the show about the rival rewards from yesterday. But it's a video, so we can't really watch it live and tell us live as well. So we'll update everyone about that Monday, I guess. But I'm curious what's being said there. Nathan, where can people find you? Do you want to say hi?
You can find us in our fantastic Discord at Nathan Downs, and I am on Twitter at NJ Downs.
Ingve, where can people find you? Except, of course, on the EA forums. Mr. Fancy Kid.
They can find me in EA forums at LittleOn95, of course our Discord at LittleOn95, and on Twitter at Evgnoni.
Brilliant stuff. You can find the podcast, of course, at FUT In Review on socials and FUT In Review on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And when you're listening to it on one of those platforms, just take about 5 seconds and gives us a 5-star review. It makes it a lot easier for us to be found without having to pay for advertisements. So that would be awesome. And you are awesome. So why wouldn't you consider doing that as well? And it's free. It's 5 seconds of work and it really helps us out. You can find, of course, myself at Ingve van Nathan on Twitter or at FUT Coaching, and probably find me there as well. You can find us on YouTube, of course. Next Monday we're bringing this show on YouTube. Every Monday, we're Wednesday and Friday live on twitch.tv/FUT Coaching, and of course on all platform, social media. You just find us anywhere, right? We're basically everywhere these days. I don't even know where we're not. So just even on Facebook now. Hey, just saying, we're even on Facebook. I had to unlock my account since it got hacked a couple of years ago, apparently. But we are back on Facebook as well. So I'm not sure who's back on Monday. But hey, we will be Monday. That's one thing we can and we will promise you. So I want to say thank you for everyone listening in live. There's one thing left to do for us, guys. And that is to drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
FUT.